Hi everyone, welcome to our day 3 for March Madness. So today we're going to do the rollover. So normally I do the main exercise first, but today we'll start with the modification. So I'm going to have you lay down on your back. So I'm going to face the other direction so you can see my positioning. So lay down on your back, then with your arms long by your side. So this time I want you to have your pelvis and spine in imprint, so slightly imprinted. Then to start, tabletop your legs. Then cross your legs in this position, so your legs are crossed. So inhale, take a breath. You're gonna slowly bring your knees towards your shoulder. You're gonna roll back. So we're just doing the prep at this time. So you're trying to bring your knees to your shoulder. So you're using your lower abs to curl back, so you're working from your tailbone. You're shortening the obliques. So try not to use momentum when you pull your knees to your shoulder. So inhale, then exhale. So this is a good starting prep. Okay, next one is I'm going to use a barrel. So the barrel, so lay down on the barrel on your back with your scapula on the mat. I'm going to put my hand on the barrel, tabletop my legs to start, then straight into diagonal. So inhale, take a breath, then just lift and lower to just prep, lift and lower. So you're using your hip flexor, your rectus abdominis, your obliques to do the work. So from diagonal to lift. So this is actually a modification. I have the barrel on my back because I tend to have tight shoulders from a lot of strength training from my past. So I'm using this as my modification. So then progress to from here to vertical. Then you're gonna roll over, bringing your legs over. Then if you're able, bring it as slow as you can. Then lift to horizontal, open, flex the ankle. Then slowly lower your spine on the barrel. We'll do this 5. So legs together. So inhale, hinge to vertical. Exhale, roll over. Down. And come up. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, roll over. Still a couple more. Hinge, over. And roll down. So just the legs are wide enough, just probably slightly wider than shoulder. Then I'm gonna reverse. So open, roll over, point your toes when you roll over. Tap the floor, lift to horizontal, then legs together, flex the ankle, then point. So use your hip flexors, your obliques, your abdominals to bring the legs up over. So try not to throw your leg, just use your abs to work. Legs together. 3 more. Open. Last 2. It's nice to have this arc barrel under my back because it really supports my back all throughout. So what we're looking for here is stability of the shoulder, your scapula, and mobility in your spine. You know, we're looking for, can you sequentially articulate your spine? So you want each vertebrae moving. Okay, then that's the rollover with the arc barrel. So the main exercise is without an arc barrel. So it's a little bit harder for me to do this, but let's see what happens. So you could either do this exercise either in imprint or neutral. If you're a little bit more advanced or intermediate, high intermediate, you could do it in a neutral position. So you're starting with your legs in a diagonal position, arms long by your side. So I'm now in imprinted. Then inhale, hinge, and exhale, lift your legs over your head. Open, and lower your spine. Again, inhale, hinge, to vertical, lift, open, and lower. So try to keep those knees together, knees fully extended, legs together, point, hinge to vertical, roll over, and lower your spine. Then reverse, legs together, open, point your toes, so try to use less momentum as possible. Use your muscle to move the leg. So this one, the rollover without the modification, really exposes the weakness, the lack of mobility in my shoulder. I have a hard time to keep my shoulder flat while doing this exercise. So what's better for me is the one with the arc barrel. You could also use a softball, another accessory you could use to put between your knees, between your shins, to work those adductor muscles, your inner thighs. Inhale, hinge, and lower. So I'll put the link below so you could find this on Amazon, or you could use a ring, Pilates ring. So put your shins, make sure your feet are parallel, then roll over. So it creates a little bit of a level of difficulty. You could also put it the outside, working your abductor. So you're pressing out instead of squeezing in. Okay. Another tool I use is, I call this the chirp. So it has different sizes. So the bigger, the easier. So this helps me open up my upper thoracic spine to be able to extend my spine. So I just lay down on the chirp with my head rested on it. Then slowly push with my leg, just enough to, as long as my head is connected with the roller, I'm gonna keep going. So I'm just going back and forth, just creating space in my spine. Okay, I'm gonna show it in this direction so you can see. So my upper back, since I'm rested here, then I'm just gonna go back and forth. So I'm able to extend as far as here. Beyond that, it's my head has started to come up. So it's a nice way of creating space in your spine, putting it in an extension, but supported. So, so thank you so much for watching. So don't force yourself to do the actual exercise. You can always do a modification, which is again the first modification we did. Just to remind you, you could start with this. A lot of times we do a lot of abs, but we're not used to bringing the abs the other direction. So it's like a reverse crunch. So this is just a prep for the rollover. Just teaching your body to shorten those two distance from your obliques. Then you can progress to leg straight, lift, then to vertical. So just stop before you started arching your back. So make sure your back remains flat. So lift and lower. So that's day 3 of the March Madness. Thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow.